Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds the Apocalypse. Thank you for clapping. That's one person out of the group. Full house. This is our beginning of year, because I don't know when I'm going to have it out yet, but it's the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. Spectacular. Pretty much have everyone that's made Nerds the Apocalypse possible in the room. And it happened that way. We were partying last night, and I was like, hey, why do you guys come over and we can have an extravaganza?
But then you couldn't get out of the driveway.
Yes. We're not talking about that.
Wait, what?
Shut
That's my most influential thing that happened this year.
You left already. We got the new Yeti mics, so no one has to hold mics anymore. You think Papa Stevie B.
Thank you, Papa Stevie B.
Papa Stevie B.
There you go.
Thanks, Papa John's.
So let's, wow.
Sorry.
So let's go ahead and make introductions since there's so many of us. For all the old new people, I just pointed at you and you said your name. Okay. I am, of course, without a doubt,
A girl.
Why don't we just go around the room
Stevie
clockwise? No,
Small
B.
dicks.
I like it better when I point. It's much more cool. It's like Kevin Smith on Comic Book.
Because much like the old,
Wow.
astrologists,
Right.
The world revolves around
Stevie B.
Stevie
That's
B.
right, because I'm, of course, Stevie B. Alongside me is...
Shadow.
Shadowlink.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Didn't I say that?
You sound like you mumbled.
You
The
mumbled a little bit.
mic is there.
I'm sorry.
The mic is there.
I
So
thought we didn't have to hold a mic anymore.
you know it's there. You still gotta speak up. It's right there. This isn't just like some magic.
Easy.
You gotta hold your
Attitude
balls
mode.
though.
I know.
He has not been here in a
You're
while.
right, I'm sorry.
Attitude
That's why I
mode.
used that. Remember, I'm Cartman.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's start over. I'm, of course, Stevie B. Alongside me is...
Shadow Link.
Yes, Showtime.
Beth.
Trex.
Castastic.
Peanut.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so we talked about it, and we're gonna skip our usual our Week in Geek because there's so many of us that's just gonna take a long time.
It's gonna be a year in geek
Yes,
kind of conversation.
exactly. So that's kind of where we're going. A side note, I would like to point out I got a Wii U, and it's a lot of fun. And I do want to talk about the process of the Wii to Wii U transfer because that's a whole thing. That is a
I'm not down with it.
that is a whole.
What did you have
thing.
to do?
Well, I'll talk about it. You're talking about right now before we get into everything. We're going to
Might
talk
as
about our
well.
most influential things of 2014.
Let's get right into
Nerd-wise.
that, and then we'll come back to the Wii.
Okay.
'Cause I think that's what most people want to hear.
Okay. So this
Because
one.
no one wants to talk about your Wii.
Shut up. Everybody,
I really don't.
everybody loves my Wii.
Nerd.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
Talking about penis.
Talk about it.
All right. So I'm going to start so Pina doesn't take mine. My Stevie B is most influential thing of 2014 was, of course,
The preview for episode 7.
Right, the Star Wars Episode 7 trailer. Woo!
Took a long time to get that out.
I did. I've probably watched it hundreds of times. Like, there's no way I haven't. When it first came out, I probably watched it on loop at work for about an hour. I just kind of had it going, and I would just push play every time I had a break. I hope nobody from work hears that.
Why?
Because I got every
It's
detail.
exciting.
When it first came out, I'm not gonna lie, I watched it probably about 10 times. Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
I just kept watching, and I was like, I can't, like, this is happening.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually happening.
And
And Lucas isn't doing it.
I got really pissed at Shadow because he's like, finally it's out, and I go watch it, and it was a fan made one. And I was like, will you stop sharing this? Everybody is sharing this. It has clips.
It was on Kotaku.
From the other movies in it. That is not a teaser trailer for the new one.
Yes,
This
it is.
scene,
That sounds like perfect teaser.
this scene is from the previous movies.
It was on Kotaku, so I thought
This
it was
is from
legit.
the Clone Wars.
This is animated.
Animated.
Yes, Clone Wars is animated.
Oh. I thought you said animated.
No, not
No.
animated.
That's gross.
I don't even think that's a word.
No.
Anyways,
Irregardless, let's get back to. I don't know what it is, man.
What are you most excited for out of the new trailer, though?
Mm.
That's what everyone's...
This,
Yeah.
The thing about the new trailer that got me is.
An
Black
explanation
guy.
for the new lightsaber.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing.
So everyone can shut up. It just works, okay?
Yeah, like, people
Oh,
people getting pissed. They're like, how does it come out the side? And
I think Stephen Colbert
Stephen
really did a good
Colbert.
job
I
Yeah.
wrote
explaining
I
this
missed
and
that.
putting all the haters in their place.
I wrote a thing on Flashback Universe. It's a blog I write for sometimes, and he wanted me to do like a synopsis of the trailer, and I did it, and I linked I was like, I could explain to you how this works and how all you need is shut up, but I'll just post this link from Stephen Colbert,
Yeah.
and he can break it down.
No,
for you.
no, it's South Carolina's native son, Stephen Colbert.
That's right. I was like, and first off, there's definitely something up with it, because it's not like a legit lightsaber. It's like either an ancient lightsaber, or
I think it's an attachment.
well,
I think it's something that you can like put on. It serves a function that we don't yet know.
well, some people say it's like an exhaust port, almost like this person is building a lightsaber and doesn't know what he's doing, and it comes out, or it's ancient and that's the way they were built before they're built now. The way the blade looks, man, that's not a smooth like lightsaber. blade.
What are we gonna do though if J.J. Abrams just comes out and is like, I just thought it looked cool.
Nothing. That's
I'm cool with it.
Like
Go
we're
ahead,
all
Francis.
analyzing this so deep, and he's just like, I just wanted to make it a new lightsaber. Like,
And, the expanded. I've read a lot of stuff about it, and I listened to a lot of podcasts, and it seems like the expanded universe is legitimately completely gone. They're not going with the same children anymore. Not doing anything. Like it's going to be all new characters. The expanded universe does not exist.
which I think is kind of cool because that means that expanded universe stays untouched. It sits as its own epoch, and you don't have to have that background in order to get what's going on.
What does Tupac have to do with this?
Epoch.
Oh.
Epoch.
That's Tupac's brother Edward.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
So it's too.
Yeah, a lot of people hate on the VB droid, the VB9, the ball droid.
I hate
Is
on
that what it's
I
called?
do hate on it. His
Why?
physics fail.
It's
That's
a
why I hate on it.
No, it's not. I can't remember. V8 or something like that. I don't know. That's V8 juice. I can't.
It doesn't work.
It starts with a V. How is it a physics fail?
Oh, do you know?
Hold on 1 second. I know who he is. If that's a physics fail, explain to me how a lightsaber is a physics win.
Wait,
Because it at least looks realistic.
Okay.
And it could be a plasma. Have you ever seen the science of Star Wars?
Okay.
I have.
Okay, explain to me why I see fire when a ship blows up in space.
You would still see fire, you just wouldn't hear sound.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
a physics
why
fail.
can I hear it?
That's a physics
Tell
fail.
me why when the ship in episode 3 got sucked onto Coruscant and everybody went like
I think-
this.
Hold on.
There's even bigger physics fails when you go to
Because
the
they
original
had a
Star Wars
gravity-
movies and you see all the stormtroopers just walking in the vacuum of fucking space.
All right, then
Oh,
shut
yes,
up
no,
about the droid.
Because they have a gravity
All right,
generator
the
on the
physics fail.
ship.
The
All
physics
I
fail
gotta
he's come
say,
with the
if this did happen in a galaxy far away, we don't know the physics of this galaxy. It could be different physics.
That's true. High five.
No, I buy that. I buy that.
That's all I'm saying.
Shadow
Could be
does.
different
Shadow
physics.
brings it up.
However,
because
However,
it's a real robot.
It's a gravity fail. Like gravity would be different.
Yeah, but
Like the
gravity could be.
fundamental laws of physics are different.
They could be.
To have a
How
robot
do you know? You
rolling
don't know this-
around
you don't
on
know
a
this
sphere
galaxy.
like that.
Well, Shadow's back. That's for sure. Oh my god.
My fault.
My favorite part was the antenna.
You
change.
held Christopher Nolan to a high standard. I hold J.J. Abrams to a high
But
standard.
you wouldn't hold George Lucas to that standard?
Yeah, because George Lucas is he's kind of that autistic brother that no one really we all know he just kind of does dumb stuff, but he has really flashes of genius every now and then.
Crystal
We all
Skull was
love
not
him
one
for
of
those flashes of genius, but he kind of he shits in the kitchen sometimes.
Enjoy. I'm gonna go
I don't. Where you
BRB, I gotta go potty.
I don't.
That's like cup 9 of water. Dude.
I mean, that's the elephant in the room. Episode 1 and 2. Raise your hand.
First
Your hand
off,
what?
First off, I absolutely adore episode 1, and you can talk trash about Jar Jar Binks all
Where's
you
mine?
want.
It's
it's
do you
my
think those
fault.
are? Do you think those are masterpieces compared to
No.
the original?
But
They have. I granted
said-
you love them.
I've said this before, that, and I've got scrutiny for it before. I don't really like episode 4. I don't. I think episode 4 is the least entertaining one.
Of the 3, I agree.
Yeah, I think A New
I'm with
Hope. I would much rather watch episode 1 than I'd watch A New Hope.
I would agree with that 100%.
But
it's-
Empire and Jedi Returns are masterpieces.
First off, it's Return of the Jedi.
Okay, well, I've definitely abbreviated both titles.
I'm just kidding.
My fault. But they really, and even A New Hope is for what it was when it came out.
Right.
When people went and saw that, they were just mind blown.
And I was like that at episode 1. I also think it has to do with, your age viewing the movie as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, because the people that saw episode 4 as kids, they're like, that was awesome. I loved it. You see episode 1, you get Jar Jar Binks, and they're like, I hated it. Because you're not at that child mentality. You're expecting something like Starship Troopers, but you're getting Star Wars again. You know what I mean? And I'm referring to...
I'm not even critiquing it on that. I'm just saying, like, even the whole midichlorian part of it was kind of like, you could tell that the writing just wasn't there.
I'd have to disagree. I've never had a problem with midichlorians.
Before we do this, Happy New Year, everyone. Make sure we said that because it's obviously not going anywhere else besides this conversation.
I know. Let's
We don't need to go into this.
So much for everyone
Well,
else.
everyone else has their own opinions on this, so we don't
The
need to
antenna
focus
on the
this.
Falcon was my other favorite part. The replacement
it's
antenna.
a rectangle now.
Yeah, it's a rectangle.
Because it got hit off
Awesome.
in Return of the Jedi. That's
Yes.
what the super nerds pick up on.
Yes.
Is a new antenna on the Falcon.
Favorite.
He has XM radio.
Yes. I also like to know they have named the characters, but Daisy Ridley's character and I can't remember his name, but the black guy from the beginning of the trailer, they've released only their first names, and they released the pilot's full name. So I think those two characters have some kind of relation to other characters.
Luke has a black kid.
I mean, let's be honest. So the black guy has two options: Windu or Calrissian.
Excuse me. I mean, my
Wasn't that
brother
the
could
same
have a
dude
white
from-
family. Just
First
saying.
off, I want to go ahead and say, for all who that are hating on the Black Stormtrooper, shut up.
I don't understand that.
I don't. Yeah, like
Well, people are like,
you make the internet suck. Thank you.
Isn't that the same guy from Guardians?
No,
No.
it's not. No.
Are you
Which
sure?
guy are you
positive.
referring to
The-
from Guardians?
One of the from
Please don't say
Nova Corps.
No.
He's in the Nova Corps. One of the
No,
cops.
that's
You know what I'm talking about?
I know
don't
exactly
know,
who you're
so-
talking
All
about.
right, I
That's
thought
not
it was the same guy.
No, it's not. Suck
Okay.
it.
Tyler Perry?
But Diaz in the Nova Corps. Oh, no.
So the current rumor is that the Empire and Jedi, or the Empire and the New Republic, have had like a silent war for the past 30 years, like a Cold War, if you will, like little battles here and there. Kind of like if you've played the Old Republic, kind of like how the Sith and the
Little skirmishes.
right.
Yeah.
So, but they're still because someone made a great point that the Emperor and Vader are dead. The Empire just doesn't go away. There's just some other like eager white guy that
It's Meager Britain.
there you go. That tries to take power, right? So the Empire wouldn't go away. It's so powerful. Why would it just be gone after the Emperor's dead? So I think it's gonna be interesting. I think that the EU fan base is really gonna hate it. I think that because none of us, I don't think any of us are big into the EU at all.
No.
But there are some people who
I
are
like Europe.
like Jeff,
They're nice.
like Jeff and Bug Monkey. He's crazy in the Expanded Universe. He's read all the books. And I think it's going to be completely different. So it's going to be interesting.
Cool.
Okay, so that's me. That's
Finally.
episode of Joe.
F word.
Who wants to go next?
We'll just go around and fun. You go next.
I don't want to take one that someone else is going to use, but a big nerd thing for me this year was the movie Interstellar.
Oh, dude.
I
I
thought
haven't
that
seen it
movie was just epic. It was everything that I wanted. I went in with kind of low expectations after Gravity because I was very disappointed in that movie. And Interstellar was phenomenal. It was very. We mentioned no sound and explosions in space, and
Yep.
Interstellar was very, very consistent in keeping everything.
I did leave that movie and I went.
Believable.
I was like, man, I like that, but Shadow's gonna love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
that
really
with you?
good.
Didn't we have that conversation? Was it? I don't remember.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't remember. No,
Okay.
I don't think so. But the one part I didn't like of it was when he was, having the revelations. I was like, okay, you're just reading off a script right now. You have no idea
Yeah.
what any of that is. But other than that, it was a really good movie.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if he was the best actor for that place, because I don't know. It's because of all his
Who
previous.
do you think would have been better?
If you
I think he was good for everything. Just that one part, like replace it with someone like that physicist.
Because
the
I
black
feel
dude, and then
like
take him back out.
I personally feel like that part was made for Bradley Cooper. Like, I feel like that would have been the guy for that role.
yeah, I think I know he might be a little bit older. I think Gary Oldman would have done a good job in that, but I think he.
Well, Gary Oldman's already proven that he's a great character actor to
Paxton.
begin with.
Bill Paxton, maybe all right.
I like Bill
I don't know.
Paxton.
He was
I
good.
just
Danny
like Bill
DeVito.
Yeah.
Yes! He's got a
What the shit
cigar.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
But,
I love Matthew's performance.
He's good.
He sold the entire thing to me, just being on the farm and then.
But
I agree with you up until we get into like the super sciencey stuff. I just didn't see it. I guess is my issue.
Well, also earlier in the year we had Neil deGrasse Tyson with Cosmos. They rebooted Cosmos, and for me that really brought science down to the general public and made people excited about science.
I just finished watching.
And then to
that.
see all that stuff that Tyson went over in those episodes in Interstellar, and in a way that's accurate to that. I thought that was phenomenal. Those were my two.
They're working together.
Yeah,
So,
well, he was
Is that a
because
marketing ploy? No. Just kidding.
Chris Nolan had a physicist on payroll, was there and was like, I really want to go faster than the speed of light. I want to be able to, and the physicist, and he was like, no, you can't do that. That if you want this to be scientifically accurate, you cannot go faster than the speed of light. You'll have to go through a wormhole, and they put that whole scene in, which I thought was just brilliant.
See, I got confused big time until the very end of the movie. I didn't realize that there was a wormhole, and then right outside the wormhole there was a black hole. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Event Horizon.
That confused, and then I was like, oh, I thought this was all the wormhole. Or no, I thought they went through a black hole, not a wormhole. And then I realized that the black hole was what was causing the time stuff. That time stuff was very cool in Interstellar. I'll definitely say that.
And
It's on my list to see. I haven't
so
seen it
it's
yet.
it's definitely a movie I recommend going to see. And if
Yeah.
you see it in the movie theater, I think that's the best way to see that movie.
Right on.
I'm not a big fan of 3D movies, and I saw that one in 3D, and I was actually pretty happy that I saw it in 3D. What did you think, Trex?
I'm sorry. I absolutely hands down love that entire film. I still
it was
hate.
a 3-hour movie,
It was great.
and by the end, I was like, I'm not ready for this to end.
Oh, okay.
What happens to
I gotta watch it at
Catwoman?
home.
I do have one kind of bad thing to say about it. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. Is that, spoilers if you haven't seen it. I'm going to ruin it for you.
And
When he goes and his daughter's laying there in the bed and
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
and it's all the family around. Wouldn't you want to meet the family that's come up, even though you just left your kid? Wouldn't you want to meet her kids? And wouldn't they want to meet him? Wouldn't they be like, oh, this is great granddad and great.
This guy went in a black hole.
Yeah, I was just so just went in there and they were all just ignored him like he wasn't there, and then walked out. It kind of bothered me. I don't know.
I don't care enough
Yeah.
for that to matter.
And I do like that. What's her name? What's the actress in that movie?
Catwoman.
Yeah, Catwoman. What's her name?
Catwoman.
What's
Anne
Cat-
Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do like how she still sort of went off to reboot humanity,
Yeah.
regardless of what happened. She's like, Lord and behold, look at the new.
Because she went looking after her husband.
She found him.
Well, no, she found him dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
And
spoiler
then she-
alert.
And so she
Are we down
rebooted.
with spoilers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
And
Yeah, there
then he died.
I figured that from the preview.
The only part I didn't like, I feel like Matt Damon's role was just
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh my god!
It was such a surprise. Of course, from now, whenever
I
I
didn't
see,
even know he was in the movie.
it's like whenever
Damon's
he,
in the movie?
yeah.
Matt
Yeah.
Damon's in the movie.
Whenever he pops up in movies now, I always have to go
Matt
Damon. You just can't not do it.
And that movie came out 10 years ago. We've
I
been
know.
doing that for 10 years, and we go, Matt Damon.
Take that, North Korea.
Yeah, there are a lot of good special actors that just made cameos that you just did not expect, and I really appreciated that.
That's good.
So Nolan once again impressed me.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was a big.
I saw
Neil
that-
deGrasse Tyson, excellent job with Cosmos. Those were the two big nerd things, and then obviously The Hobbit and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I can't wait to see The Hobbit.
But
I'm glad Nolan, brought himself back from the crap fest that was Dark Knight Rises.
Oh god, don't start
Oh, no.
this! I still haven't gone! I still need to do my thing
You go
that was
ahead.
influential.
Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know what it is. No.
so you're up, Showtime.
Yeah, it's about time.
Wow.
I don't know. Probably the most influential, that got me to do something was, I don't know, fuck, dude,
The thing that you got most excited about, or the coolest thing,
the coolest thing.
There was a lot of cool things this year.
There were, but I was mostly wrapped up in school for them. It really sucked.
To school.
I mean, anything from like games to.
This is why we took
World
so
of
long
Warcraft-
getting to you because
World
you
of Warcraft
suck.
was pretty interesting because it finally.
You discovered D&D.
I did do that.
There you go.
Let's go with that.
That's
Yeah,
good,
you know
yeah.
what? I'll go
That's
with
super
D&D.
nerdy.
It was a lot of fun. My first experience with it. I had a really good group to play with for a while.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, yeah. And
Never played.
it was. I mean, it's a lot more. If you have a good group, it's interesting. And so there
If
was one guy.
If you
that
have a
wasn't-
shitty group, there's no worse.
There was one
experience.
guy that couldn't stay on topic the whole time, so it was that guy.
Well, that sounds
You
like
mean
me.
everyone who's played D&D ever?
I guess I don't know. That was my first time, but other than that, it was a lot
And
of
I will
fun.
say it comes down to the dungeon master. If you've got
Yeah.
a really crummy dungeon master, like you just sit there, you're like, why am I here?
I really enjoyed the combat portion, but there were some days where we would just sit around, we just it'd be like getting ready for it, and then we have to wait till the next week to get into combat. But when the combat happened, it was fun, and actually like you got worried sometimes, but it was fun. Now Munchkin, you know,
I'm
so
playing that.
Eric guy just got married, so we're gonna be playing that today hopefully. But,
Yeah, when Showtime we played once. It was me, Trex, and Showtime. We played Warhammer, and I was just like, I kind of was like, all right, what if I legitimately was in this situation? And like, I think Trex was being attacked by like a dog.
Oh yeah,
And it's like, and I had a gun with like a blade
no, you had
on
a
it.
chainsword.
Chainsword, yeah. It's like, what do you do? I was like, well, I take my chainsword and I shove it up the dog's butt.
And I was like, well, you
And
gotta roll.
Yeah.
And
And I
you
rolled and I cut him in half right on Trex. Just
Stuck it up his
Right at
butt.
the ass.
right up the
Nice.
and there was another one where it's like someone, like a girl comes up and talks to you
Oh,
in a
yeah.
bar, and then her boyfriend shows up, and they're just like, oh, we want to talk. You guys did great, blah blah blah, and it's like, so what do you say when they leave? And I said, just remember, it's not getting a three-way.
Never gain a three-way.
That's right.
I like it.
So that was fun. I had a pretty good time.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone watching this has played D&D like for
Maybe,
years.
maybe not. but, yeah,
We're just now getting on the bandwagon.
Well, it's because for so
I've
long
been there
I
for
was
a
like,
while.
nerds, D&D. But now I finally tried it. I was like, this is actually pretty fun. I didn't have anything that was really going on. Everyone else is usually busy, and I found a group of people that wanted to play. So
If you have a good imagination, it's fun.
I
yeah,
didn't get to play
And
because it
free
was from
time.
the devil.
and free time. Yeah,
So
D&D from the devil?
D&D was from the devil, according to my parents' church.
there were a lot of people that said that. Cause,
I don't. Why is okay?
Because there's demons and, you know,
So that was-
fantasy.
imagination.
bad.
Bad.
So Beth,
What I got into this year has actually been out for a while. Is the Nerdist podcast.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am in love with that.
Yes.
you mean this podcast? No, I'm just
You
Yes,
should,
I am
the
in
right
love with
answer would have
podcasts.
been Nerds of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really into behind the scenes stuff for movies and artists and all that kind of stuff. So listening to all these interviews with these people, like, I always knew Tom Hanks was a cool dude, but after those two interviews, he's a really
Yeah.
laid back, cool
Yeah.
dude.
Chill dude.
I'm with you.
And then Scott Ian, and apparently he's doing a talking tour, and if he comes nearby, I'm going. Like, there's no
Okay, I'm not
No
trying to
way.
be a noob here, but who's Scott Ian?
anthrax.
He's the basis for Anthrax.
Oh.
He's the
He
dude with the
bald,
beard.
has the
beard.
long-
Yeah, he's got the
That's
Okay.
goatee of
Beard, it's
goatees.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Talking to him, he just goes
He
and like
braids
talks
it.
about his life.
Yeah,
and stuff?
he talks about the things he's done
Okay.
and been through. He's married to Meatloaf's daughter, Pearl.
Ooh.
Did not know that.
Fun fact.
Nice.
Oh,
Fun
he's-
fact, the guy that illustrated the
He would
D&D
do
books
anything
died
for
of the
love,
Oh.
You love me forever.
but he won't do that.
I need to know right now. Will you? Oh, sorry.
That's pretty much it. Just
The Nerds podcast. You also joined the Nerdy podcast.
well, that's true.
Okay.
I moved back. How about that? That's a good one. I
Yes.
when back to Columbia.
Yes.
I got back into crafting now that I'm back into Columbia.
Awesome.
She's super crafty. She. I don't know if I told you this. When I was doing the Loot Crate videos, I used to always bitch about not having where to put my monthly ribbon, like my monthly buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And so for our anniversary, Beth made like this Darth Vader like face, and then it was like these tails coming down.
For your pins.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like.
that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
no, and on it says, "Here's a pin for your Loot Crate buttons. Now STF you about it." It says that on it.
It's amazing.
And I was like, "That's perfect."
I like Beth.
Yeah, she can stay.
All right, Trex, what do you got?
Yeah, what you got, buddy?
This year has been pretty big for me for my nerdy stuff. Doctor Who came back. Was a doctor I don't like, so it brought a whole different outlook to my fandom with the show and how the character is.
I've only watched the first season and like 3 episodes of the second when it came back, not from like way back when.
Yeah, you saw Eccleston and Old Lieutenant.
Yeah, and I've noticed like from my friends on Facebook that watch Doctor Who, they really, really don't like this new Doctor.
This
Like-
new one, he's more in your face. He's more arrogant. He's more crass. He is a mixture of the Seventh Doctor, and with Peter Capaldi's his own flair to it. I mean, he's an asshole. He's basically that.
House.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, he's the House of the Doctors. I mean, he basically says it's like, look, you three are in charge. You three have to decide to save humanity or save this planet. Discuss. Like, no, you're gonna help. No, it's not my planet. I'm out, and leaves. And for me, I actually felt that like, no, the Doctor's right. Deal with it. Don't be pussies and deal with it. But I mean, I still have to watch the Christmas episode because the Christmas episode's always great. I know it is. But I mean, for me, the Flash and Arrow coming back.
Oh my
I
god!
haven't seen that
Think
yet.
about
How
that.
is it?
Flash
Yeah.
is hands down the best new show this year.
Dude, Flash, I don't know what it is about that show, man. It, like, Heather loves it. It's something she doesn't like Arrow. We don't watch Arrow together. I watch Arrow by myself. But she loves the Flash, dude. And there is so much DC lore. It is absolutely incredible. Like, they just shoved at you. Like, in that crossover episode, and it's not really spoilers if you watch this. It doesn't really spoil Flash. But they're talking, because he gets real vigilante and stuff in an episode. Like, he gets some, like, kind of rage or something anyway. And so he goes around trying to do stuff. But he's like, this isn't Gotham City and you're not Batman. And I was like, so you're telling me that Batman exists in this Flash world?
Oh, I
and in the
remember them
Arrow
saying
world?
That's amazing.
I don't remember them saying that.
I'll show it to you. Like, I just was like, he just said, you're not Batman. Which means Batman's here. And it makes sense, though, because in Arrow, there's Bloodhaven, and there's been talks that Nightwing is going to show up in Arrow at some point. So I thought
That's gonna be pretty cool.
So I was just like, man, they're hitting on all cylinders. I just don't get how we can't get our movies on point. We can get our TV shows on point like this. Because what you want to do is, now you want to make movies based on these super popular TV shows, but you're not. You're doing something completely different and out of universe, and that's bad. Irregardless.
So I
Go
got.
ahead,
Yeah.
What, do you think that maybe they could tie in Gotham?
Nope.
No.
Gotham.
No?
I think
is
Gotham.
different. is
Well,
a
Gotham
different
could
beast.
Gotham could get tied into the movies, and the only reason why I say that. Do you watch Gotham at all?
Yeah.
The reason
That's,
why
I haven't seen Flash,
The reason-
but I've seen Gotham.
the reason why I say about Gotham is because if you look, everything in Gotham is very like early '90s, late '80s, early '90s. They can like half the precinct doesn't use computers, and they all have like stuff they write down at their desk, and the ones that do have like the big boxy computers that like we had in elementary school and stuff.
Mhm.
So
The old Macintoshes.
right, and it's like, but then someone uses a
Doesn't
Razr
stick in
cell
the
phone.
mouth.
I'm just like, and it's like it just doesn't seem like anybody has cell phones because they're constantly all using like desk phones. Like cell phones aren't big or something like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know if Gotham is meant to be like a because in Batman vs Superman, you know, Batman's like older and he's been Batman for a long time. I don't know that that's supposed to be like the prelude because it's the same kind of.
I mean, Gotham has always been that stuck in that turn of century type of thing, or the opposite of Metropolis. It's all futuristic.
It's, yeah, and
I agree. I feel like there's always kind of a 1930s World Fair type
Right,
yeah.
setting in Gotham.
You know what they need to have in Gotham? Blimps. Where are the blimps?
They're coming.
Zeppelin, yeah.
Oh, they're
I'm
gonna
with
come.
you.
They're gonna
Jeez,
come.
that's Zeppelins, man. I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's
No,
okay.
it's good.
Yeah.
The animated series like kind of solidified that in Batman lore.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes, it
now
did.
you expect it. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I mean, we really got Harley Quinn from that.
Yeah.
That was the real takeaway.
But yeah, I mean, this
Yeah,
year has. I
series.
mean, with Gotham, with Constantine, love Constantine.
I've never
I
watched
haven't seen that.
Constantine.
How is that?
It's Constantine is its own beast because it doesn't have the DC lore that everyone knows. This is following the Hellblazer. John Constantine is a selfish
Dick.
Brit.
Yeah.
Selfish Brit. He will sacrifice anybody for the greater good. For the greater good.
Hard utilitarian.
Yeah, and fans aren't really getting that within the show. They don't understand where he's coming from, but
I've only seen
And
the first
Keanu's
few
not playing
episodes. And I thought it was great. It reminded me very much of Ozymandias from Watchmen.
Yes, yeah.
The character, he's like, look, he's kind of a dick, but he's super smart, and he knows, and he's gonna do whatever it takes. The ends always justify the means.
Yeah, especially for a TV show, NBC has let them go a lot with the budget. Because there's been some graphics that I've been really impressed with for the show. I mean, Constantine, Gotham, Flash, Arrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. finally being better than the first season. This year for comic book television shows, this has been the best year ever.
And I mean, there's Supergirl's coming out, and that's supposed to be in the Arrow Flash universe.
And then we got Krypton.
Krypton is coming out about Superman's
It's
grandfather.
sci-fi.
Oh wow!
And I was just like, oh, okay, all right. And then David S. Goyer is producing it, and he produced Man of Steel. So it's like, is this going to be a movie like backstory, or because it makes? I only think that because you clearly can't do stories of young Jor-El. Well, you could. If find someone who looks like Russell Crowe. So instead, you're doing stories of like young.
What if they actually got Russell Crowe?
That would be it. Well, I mean, what else is he doing besides fighting around the world?
He
Russell Crowe fighting around the world. We're fighting for China.
Come on, Tugger!
I got a tugboat. And Tugger shot himself in the head. No, Tugger.
That was a big epic part of my year, was watching Cartman be Stevie B on South Park.
It's like there were 3 episodes of the episode with the what was it
With the
drone. I was just like, man, I'm pretty sure I've done that to friends. it's like my dad. It's like I was flying with a drone with my dad. Sweet, we have a drone. It's like, yeah, I would. That's exactly what I would do, like without a doubt. It's like
this whole season has been nothing but every time I watch it,
I know.
fucking Baxter.
And it's like I get mad and I watch it.
If
and
no one's watching it, then who's watching it?
And then like when he peeked in on the part of the drone, he threw the back of Butters. I was like, wow, I would totally do that. And he bounced. I was like, I would totally bounce. I did that. Okay. And then when he was a YouTube commentator, really, like it's like they're watching me now, dude. Now they're trolling me. Trey and Matt are like, why trolling me? It's like I told Trex, I was like, could you imagine like just me up here commentating your whole entire life? Like,
I think it'd be the most epic thing. Like,
It'd be fine for about 30 minutes.
what's that?
Until I wanted to go jerk
He
off.
wanted
and then
one
it's
of my
gonna be really
gameplay
bad.
videos. He wanted one of my gameplay videos. He's like, I'm gonna commentate over your commentary.
I think that would be when it was at its best, is when you were just jerking off.
Yeah.
Like,
Or in your bedroom.
yeah. Like Steve would be
the
like,
lady
"Whoa!"
Showtime.
Really, bro? You're gonna watch that?
I think Showtime would lose it first, without a doubt. Start reading his text message and judging what he says, and they'd be like, "Stop telling everybody that."
So when are you gonna get started? You gonna get started anytime today?
Yeah. Come on, man. Did you really just say that to her?
So I guess we're to Cast-tastic now.
Suicide Squad movie coming
Oh.
out.
Oh yeah.
There's Harley Quinn, and
That
I
was like some
love
casting
the new 52.
right there.
I was
It's fabulous.
first off, Suicide Squad. Like, it's just, you just know what you expect, right? You expect like a Wonder Woman movie, and they're just like, no, we're making Suicide Squad.
You know why, right? Because
Makes money.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy. We're like, we're gonna take this random concept and we're gonna make it into the biggest movie ever. DC, let's grab Suicide Squad. What? Do it! Do it! And this is what we have.
I have a huge man crush on Harley Quinn, like that.
She's
How do you have
hot,
a man
though.
crush? You just have a regular crush. A man
Okay,
crush.
fair enough.
You have
Man
man
crush
crush
is
on
like a
Chris
man.
Helmsworth
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Captain
I do
America.
have that man.
So do I.
I'm
Who
so,
doesn't?
like if he was like, "Hey, you want to bang?" I'd be like, "All right, I guess." Like,
So Jared Leto is a Joker?
Jared Leto.
Jared
Sir.
Leto.
Yeah.
That's the one.
He is, yes, he's
Tank
going
top
to be-
screaming, Lotto, I don't fit you. You got you good too. You good? Yeah. 8 Mile. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jared Leto is going to be the Joker.
That's
We
gonna be
got
interesting.
Will Smith playing
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
That's gonna be.
That's what getting
I I don't
Getting
know.
jiggy with it.
It's gonna be weird because like Deadshot is kind of like stoic, and it's gonna be weird to see Will Smith.
I don't know. I think he can pull it off.
I mean, I know he can pull it off. Just gonna be like not his normal.
If you
content.
want Will Smith stoic, it's After Earth,
that's true.
which no
Nobody
one knows
saw.
because no one saw.
Exactly.
Oh, I saw it.
I saw it too.
Don't watch it. It's so bad.
Didn't even know it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
It is so
Did
bad.
not even know.
Oh, and yeah.
It's because they stopped putting his name on stuff.
No, it's a twist.
But they did. Suicide Squad is part of.
That was the twist. Was finding out it was
Exactly.
not Shyamalan movie.
Suicide Squad is part of the BVS universe, the Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel, and they said that what's his name, the guy playing Lex Luthor, is probably going to be the one that starts them in the first place. Like he's going to
Nice.
that and Amanda Waller. Who they just hired someone for Amanda Waller.
They hired.
Goldberg.
Hold on. They hired Academy Award winner Viola Davis.
What's she?
That's
in?
the.
She won the Academy Award for The Help,
That's
and
right, yeah,
she is
yeah.
also the main actress for How to Get Away with Murder on ABC.
Okay, so she's the one that was the main interview person, and
Yes,
The
she
Help.
was the main help.
that's good. For a long time, for a while, they would say it was going to be Oprah. I was like, Oprah would be the perfect Amanda Waller.
CCH Pounder is
Really,
the
I think that's
perfect.
yes. I would love to see Oprah as Amanda Waller.
I was
Oh
like-
my god!
I was like, that's like the perfect. Like she has that like
she could put
smug.
on like 50 pounds. You know,
She doesn't
the
even do that.
original-
She does that like overnight.
The
anyway.
original voice actress who did Amanda Waller
Wow.
was CCH Pounder. She should be
Fucked
Amanda
up, bro.
Waller.
Sure.
It's just an observation.
Well, in
She
Arrow,
does
she's
look
really,
good.
really skinny.
No one likes her.
No one. I mean, no one. Amanda
give-
Waller's not supposed to be liked
I
at all.
give
anyway.
as much credit as I can to that actress, but the actress just needs to move away from it. She it's just not working. That's why I feel that the Amanda Waller character isn't really a person; it's a title. That's the only way I can really go with this little skinny
Kind
chick,
of like 007.
Yeah.
which I'm not getting into.
Yeah, no, the whole black guy thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not getting into that.
I like.
Okay with it.
It's people were getting pissed that they're like a
Fuck
black
you.
guy can't be 007.
Fuck you, Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, what are you talking? Yeah, Rush Limbaugh said that. Shut up. Of course. It's just like the black stormtrooper thing. Like, people black guy's a stormtrooper. What are you talking about? You can't believe black guy's a stormtrooper. Like, shut up. First off, like, do you even know, like, the stormtroopers aren't clones anymore? So what you're saying is, like, the Empire didn't let black guys in to be stormtroopers? Is that what you're saying? Shut up. Anyway.
Well, it wouldn't explain
There's a
how
whole
they
black
can't aim,
planet.
how they can't aim and shoot. I mean, black guys hit. They hit something.
It's true.
Just not cops.
Oh my god!
Alright, that's it. We gotta put the disclaimer in the front of the episode.
Wow.
You
Y'all
can say
thought my
Y'all
Oprah joke was
softballed
in
it
bad
in there.
No, no, it's not. Alright, let's
Doesn't mean
move.
you have to swing.
Alright, alright, Peanut, what was your most influential?
Alright, so I got a bunch, man.
We already know. Just stick with
Alright, well,
it. We
no,
already know what it is.
Guardians is the main one. Guardians is big. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Love how it tied the entire Marvel universe together with the Tesseract, the Ether, everything. Loved it.
I don't like to say that.
Why? It explained it. There was no explanation
It was-
of what the Tesseract was or the Ether was beforehand until Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay,
Unless
well,
you knew-
it did
unless you
explain the
knew-
Infinity Gems. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where they came from. Which I can't remember.
3
Aliens.
words. Howard the Duck.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was good.
Best part of the movie.
And I got The Evil Within. I don't know if anybody played that game this year.
Played half of it.
The Evil Within, I love it.
It's okay. It's not great.
Because you suck at it.
Shut up! I'm good at it!
Your one
That's-
job
that's-
was to run away from the monster.
If you're as
If you
good at that
suck-
game as you are about Super Smash Brothers, I can only imagine how terrible you are at that
First
game.
off, I was second to you. I almost beat you if I didn't think that you were me. And ran
Not
off.
even close. Don't even let him think that he was even close.
I mean, and with The Evil Within, I mean, it's not your normal game. You are supposed to play it at such low health, and just be completely anxious the entire time you're playing the game.
Wait,
it's
so-
a completely different feeling.
Wait, so you play when you have the flu?
Yes.
I'm not playing it. I don't like horror games.
No, play when you. No, he said play at low health. No one got my joke.
It was really bad, though.
Thank you.
was.
You're the
Okay,
best.
well, listen, look, I'm about 80-85%, so I'm okay with that. All right. Irregardless, keep going. Lord and behold, you played The Evil Within.
It's
Yeah, it was a
Are
really
you
good
saying
game.
Lord on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Lord. Yeah.
Behold.
Yeah. me and Showtime listen to this podcast called John Jay and Rich. It's a radio station in Colorado and a bunch of other places, and their podcast is great because they have like 10 3-minute podcasts a day of like their best stuff throughout the day. So like I can't get through the day if I haven't listened to John Jay, like their stuff, and it's really funny because they do like a bunch of stuff where people call in with relationships and things like that, and they try to bust cheating people, and it's really funny. It's
You are taking Peanuts time away right now.
I'm
Oh,
sorry
I mean,
about
that was about all.
that's all I got.
Okay.
There's
Really,
not
I
much
mean-
in there except for penis.
So the Wii U,
The fuck?
the Wii to Wii U transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it sucks. When you
there's-
told me, I was like,
There's just a
"Dude,
lot
no."
involved. Okay, so you have to have your Wii and you don't necessarily have to have them on at the same time. You can switch between them, but it's a pain in the butt if you don't. And so you turn the Wii U on, and you have to download an app on both the Wii and the Wii U called the Wii to Wii U Transfer Kit. And yeah, that's okay. And so you put an SD card that has to be at least 512 megabytes into the Wii U. It formats it for the transfer. Okay, and you have to run the app. You have to do that, and then it's like, okay, now take the card out and put it into the Wii. It's like, okay, so you do that, and you put the card in the Wii. After you have to download the app and go through all the steps and get to that point. Like, it tells you, okay, now go back to your Wii U and do the SD card. So you go to the Wii U, download the app, do the SD card. It's like, okay, we detect your SD card. And then it starts transferring. I will say this. The transfer process is cute, as the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's okay, so what happens is there's a pool of water, right? And all of a sudden all your saves and stuff, like the pictures come out of the water, and like 60 Pikmin come up, and they pick them up, and they walk them through like all these hallways that says Wii this way, Wii U this way, and they walk them while your percent's going on.
God.
And I was like,
God.
and Heather comes out, and she's like, this is adorable. She's like, this right here is worth the money I spent on this Wii U for you. And so then they just goes, and they get into a spaceship, and the spaceship flies off, and it flies into Planet Wii U. And then it's like, okay, now take the SD card out and put it in the Wii U. So you go to the Wii U, and you switch back, and guess what happens? The ship lands, and then all the Pikmin come out of the ship, and then I'll go running, and they put everything back. But once you transfer from a Wii to Wii U, all that stuff from your Wii is no longer there. It's gone.
I think that part sucks.
Yeah, so like your Wii is essentially...
It's
Why does that
basically
suck?
because it's been reformatted. Like you don't have
It's
can't.
not reformatted.
but
Everything's just gone.
It's gone, but you can't get your stuff and put it back on your Wii.
You can't.
But what do you need to, if you have the Wii U? What's the purpose
All
of
of
having
the stuff
a Wii?
that you've downloaded in the Wii Shop channel.
That goes too.
I understand that, but you were saying that it
Well, yeah. So the
doesn't
stuff...
work the same way.
Yeah, so the stuff in the shop channel that you've bought. On the Wii U, there's a channel, like an app, that says Wii, and you click it, and it's the Wii. Like, it's an emulator, essentially, on the Wii U. And that's where you can play, that's where, like,
Or
all...
DLC and
yeah,
stuff like that?
No, that's where all your games that you've bought
But
on
you
the network
can't
channel
use
go.
like the gamepad.
Yeah,
like
the
you could on the
gamepad
Wii.
only works as a screen when you're playing Wii. You can't use the controllers or anything. And I was like, and the whole point of why I wanted to transfer is because I have Link to the Past on the Wii that I've never played Link to the Past, and I feel like as a nerd that I have to get that taken care of ASAP. And I went to go play it, and I was like, oh my god, I can't. And like the whole point is so Heather can watch TV, and I can play Link to the Past on the Wii Pad, and not have to worry about it. And I couldn't do it, and I was mad. But there is an upside to it. I was like, forget it, I'll just buy it on the Wii U. And I went to the Wii U, and it was discounted to $1.50 instead of $8. And I looked, and everything that I had transferred from the Wii to the Wii U all had discounts on them, like 80%. So that is cool. You have to re-buy it, but at a very...
It was kind of like if you had Battlefield 4 for the 360, and then you got it for the Xbox One, it was only $10.
Right.
Oh,
it's,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like that. So that's cool too. But there is no N64 games on the Wii U yet, and I have. I think there's Ocarina of Time's on there. There's
Majora's Mask is on there.
Mario Kart 64 is on
Yeah.
there. So
And like Mario Kart 64 would be the perfect game to play
right.
on your Wii Pad.
So I
And
gotta-
I'm just
Gotta wait.
that frustrates me.
I gotta wait. So it's just and they don't tell you have to have an SD card. That kind of wrecked me because I never used the one. I had to buy one from GameStop. But GameStop does sell used SD cards for like $3. I got a 2 gig SD card for $3.
Wow, that's.
So
pretty good.
I remember when a 2 gig SD card was like $50.
Yeah, now you
Back
can
when we were
get
in high school.
No,
like a
it's
2
like
terabyte SD card. But yeah, that's mine. It's not Wii trans. I know it's not that impressive, but the Wii U is impressive. The amiibos are great. Like people hate on the amiibos. I love the Link amiibo. Like Trex couldn't get behind the fact that I wasn't playing as the amiibo. It's different. The amiibo is someone that you play with or against. Like the other day, I was playing with it. We were a team, and it did much better than I did. And once it gets high levels, they're really hard to beat. Like I can get to level 50, and mine's only like level 13, and it won a match. It was me, Trex, and Shadow playing, and the amiibo was the winner from the three of us. So they get really difficult. There was somebody in a tournament that I read about. There was a Smash tournament when this just came out, and they had a Link amiibo, and they like just boop, and like no one noticed, and it was part of the tournament. Like this amiibo was part of the tournament, and it was second place. Like it almost won the entire Smash tournament.
Jeez.
So
Wow.
once they leveled up, they get really good.
Smash tournaments are really, really competitive too. Like I don't know if y'all watched on Twitch this year the Smash Brothers World Championship. It was.
They have all these techniques they want you to use and stuff like that they use.
Yeah, they do like wave dashing and all kinds of like it's really, really involved. And it was It was super fun to watch.
I've won like 4 Smash tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Bullshit.
Yeah, I've won like.
What'd you smash?
Smash.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Favorite teacup.
Smashed his controller. That's about it. Fuck this game.
I played with Ganonlink and then
With Ganonlink.
Yeah.
Fusion!
Speaking of, I don't know if you guys have seen. There's a new Dragon Ball game coming out called Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it, man.
It's I don't know. I might. My favorite one was Budokai 3.
Agreed.
That game was
Tenkaichi.
incredible.
When they went to Tenkaichi, it started sucking really badly. I couldn't follow it. It's like, hey, play with your friends. We'll put all you can see is your character. You better hope good luck navigating the whole area. If you're playing with your friends, but it was way too difficult.
Yeah, I mean, with this one, it gives an overall story, and it gives a brand new story. And the one thing I love about it, you can create your own character.
That
You
is
could
the
do that
thing.
in the other
That
ones,
is the
too.
only thing that really gets me is that I get to make my own Z fighter. Like Stevie B going Super Saiyan. Like imagine that.
Dude, me too.
I will say one thing that broke my
Still
heart
black.
this year is Naruto finally came to an end.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
was
finally.
no, not finally.
Well,
Like
Naruto
I
was
was
good, dude.
like
It was
I-
good, but I was really happy on how it
Yeah.
ended,
You
but
know
I
what I
wasn't
forgot
happy
to
on
bring
how
up?
it restarted.
Yeah,
over.
so
Let him finish talking about it.
I don't know. I'm still a little emotional about it. So
It was. I'll give you that.
because I feel like I've been like Naruto has been part of my life for like 10 years now.
yeah,
And now it's
I've
it's
absolutely
not there anymore. Like I'm just like oh
Nerds.
well.
The original Naruto, I got out of it because of how long the side stuff was, but then with Shippuden, it just rocked every step of the way.
Yeah,
Every step of the
it was
way.
great, and the filler was kind of few and far between in Shippuden.
Yeah.
which I loved, and now just like what replaces it for me? Because I'm not a One Piece fan, and I know
I'm
everyone's
okay
like,
with
"Oh,
that.
One Piece is great. You should get into One Piece," and I'm like, "Fuck One Piece," and so I don't know what's going to replace.
Yeah, Bleach is coming to an end as well.
Yeah.
Even this final story arc is like
Bleach,
fan
but
fiction.
Bleach has been kind of trailing off, like
Are we
probably for the
talking
past
about
3
anime?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the past 3 years, I just haven't been. I haven't been feeling Bleach.
Well,
Like, I'm
Naruto
just-
comes back in the spring.
yeah, but it's not. It comes back, but it's not coming back. in
Yeah.
that sense. Like it's different.
It's the new generation.
Yeah, and
You
you're
know,
like,
apparently they're all using computers.
yeah. So I don't know. Anyways, I know that anime is kind of an outlier in this group.
That's
so
all right.
We'll move on.
No, what were you gonna say?
Oh man, I forgot to bring up Transformers 4. Age of
Oh,
Extinction.
how bad it was. I have not seen it. Like,
Steven, let me tell you, if you thought the third one was bad,
It is, but
it
in
is
a way,
totally worth a
in
watch.
a way, it's awesomely bad. It's kind
John
of like
Goodman-
Ninja Turtles, where you're like, it's so bad it's good.
yes.
I
Like
found a transformer.
John Goodman.
Go put you through college.
John Goodman does a voice for one of the Transformers.
No.
And if you pay attention to some of the stuff that he says, like, you have to listen closely, and he just says some of the off-the-wall shit. It's great.
We found a transformer.
So another big moment for me was the Big Lebowski was added to the Library of Congress,
Yeah.
where it belongs. Okay.
Do the bias.
For those who follow the bias, will know that the Big Lebowski has a special place in all of our hearts.
I'm still trying to get Showtime or Shadow to cosplay with me.
I'm all in. Like you are not having to twist my arm in any way.
Can I be a bowling ball?
Is that going to be Heroes Con this year?
I don't know. It'd be good. Yeah, and then Showtime could go as
Stop just doing this. It doesn't help.
the guy that died. Oh my gosh.
Why do I gotta?
Which guy? There's a lot of guys that died this year.
The friend. There's Donnie. Donnie.
Okay.
He goes Donnie
From what?
from the Big Lebowski.
That's Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't.
I saw that a long time ago. I don't remember. It wasn't as influential for me as it was for you guys.
You need to watch it.
I did get a handlebar mustache this year too. That was pretty big.
Yeah.
You look more like you
Pretty
should be
big deal.
driving a cart and buggy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or
This,
take it- or-
this is in case I get in a fight.
Or one of
Like you
those
have to throw
bikes
fisticuffs.
that
Like
has
I'd rather
a big
have
deal.
the
Old-timey.
handlebar mustache and not need it than
I agree.
need it and not have it. Like
You never know when you're gonna get.
You
roped
never
into
know
one
when
of
you're
those
gonna get in a
old-timey
fight.
boxing fights.
yeah. I mean,
You never know.
All right.
So
do we want to? Where do we want to go from here? Do we
I don't
want?
know. Anybody got anything else? Beth, you got something else? You good? You got
No,
just
I'm
the
good.
nervous bias? Good. We'll say Preach. He's I don't know.
Is
what
it church?
is he alive? I haven't seen him
Yes,
in like
he's
a
alive.
year.
Oh my gosh, he's alive. He's got a lot going on right now. He gives his regards and says hello, everybody, and we missed him.
If you think there's anything that was nerd worthy that we left out, please be sure to leave it in comments.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Don't be
we are-
mean. Don't fat shame on the comments.
Yeah.
Someone fat shamed on the comments the other day, and I
You
was
got
just,
fat shamed on the
I
comments.
did.
too?
I
I don't know what you're talking about,
I
man.
told you.
That's-
Someone called me Jabba the Hutt. Duh. I was like, come on, man. Jabba the Hutt? Like,
What's
see?
the little rat stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing these
Hilarious.
comments you speak of. I don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking
I
about.
noticed them I think Trex deleted them right away,
Yeah.
and I logged on. I saw the notifications, and I was like, who is this? And I went to the video, and it was all gone, and I was just like, and it was from like a week before, so I was like, these have been up here a week, and then I went to, and I messaged Mike, and Mike's like, I don't know what you're talking about, so he deleted them, I guess.
There
for the
was
first
nothing.
So I know it
there.
sounds super lame and super square for me to say, but please be respectful in our comment section because we're really trying to facilitate like a good environment for everyone, and like that's not cool.
And I'll
Yeah.
ban your ass.
Yeah, like
no
Yeah.
like, don't make us be like those
Get
guys
banned.
that like ban people from comment sections.
See,
Like,
well, Trex runs the DCUO channel, or his DCO channel, and he has to deal with that on a regular basis because first off, it's comic fans. Second off, it's MMO people, so you don't know what you're getting in the comment section. Like, there's one people on his, they're watching a commentary video, and they go, "Will you stop talking so much?" And it's like, you're watching a commentary video. Like, you like the sound of your own voice, don't you? It's like, no, I'm recording a commentary video. Commentary means I talk. Like, it's like, ugh. So people
Can't
gotta-
fix stupid.
it's
man.
so easy to just say shit like that, behind a webcam or
That's-
a keyboard.
That's why I
Like-
love. That's one of my favorite things. I have a lot of favorite things about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but that is literally my favorite thing. Is
When they go and beat them up.
they use their money to figure out who commented what, and they buy plane tickets to everybody's house and just beat them up. Little kids. There was a priest, and they're like, "Are you Loves Dudes 299? Did you post blah 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 on moviepoopshoot.com? Yeah." And they throw the paper, just like start beating the dude.
What was the sound? What was the song? That
How
was
many
funny.
people want to
Wanna
kick
kick some
some
ass?
I I was like, if only we could do
So
that.
that's our year
Yeah.
wrapped up.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Here's 2015.
What comes out this year?
Uh,
Good stuff, right?
What do you think comes out this year?
Okay.
I can't remember.
Dude, we got Age of Ultron, we got Star Wars. What are the Marvel? There's no
Isn't there a
Marvel
Batman
coming out,
one?
right?
I'm sorry, all I heard was blah blah
Ant-Man.
blah. Star
Ant-Man.
Wars comes out
Yeah.
this year.
Star
That's
Wars-
all I heard. I don't know what
Star
else.
Star Wars
Ant-Man's
is
still on?
what?
Why did I hear something about Ant-Man getting put on hold?
No,
No, Ant-Man's coming out.
No.
Ant-Man's done filming, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
So is Age of Ultron. I can't wait for Age of Ultron.
That's gonna be hot.
So it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a solid year.
I've got plans for Star Wars, man. I told you about those, right?
Are we
No, you
dressing
didn't
up?
tell me.
I'll tell you. I got plans. I'm not gonna talk about it because I think I'm gonna like videography the whole
It's
thing.
gonna be an unvailing.
I
Nice.
think I'm gonna-
So yeah, look
So
forward to
we got
that.
He says this now.
I'm gonna dress as Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's,
I'm gonna dress his job with a
How
hat.
many people want to kick Sylvan and just beat the shit out of Paul?
Yeah, dude.
I have a sweet tongue and everything.
I'll never forget going opening night to see episode 2, and I was a sophomore in high school, and I was so excited, and I was just sitting there just mesmerized. And the scene where Jar Jar, the very first scene with Jar Jar, where he's like walking through the hall, and everyone just goes, "Boo!" And you see like a soda like fly across like towards the screen. I'm like, really? This movie's only been 15 minutes. And it was like a big, like the big gulp soda. Like it wasn't like a little. And I was like,
Well, at
really?
least
You
you
hate
get the
Jar Jar
free
Binks
refill.
that much?
You
No,
have the free refill. That's fine.
because the drink was in the front of the movie
Fair
theater.
enough.
That's worth
Someone bring that back up.
Pass that back.
Showtime and I went to the episode 3 premiere together, and he had like a lightsaber fight with some chick.
They
I
all
rem-
decided to have lightsaber fights, and I ended up winning.
He did. He like no. He's not. He's not tough. He jumped off a wall. He jumped
I
up.
jumped up a
and-
wall, did a spin, landed, slashed her knees, and she was like, "I give up." I was like, "That's right, you do." I'm a Jedi Master.
And that's how he gets the ladies.
Yes.
I went with my girlfriend at the time, and you know her.
Crazy.
And,
No, we all know her.
She
Oh.
That's
She
just
wanted to
what-
make out during the movie. I was like, you need to fuck off right now. I don't think you understand the magnitude of what is happening right now. But that clearly is not happening during this movie. Like, I remember actually going, like,
Baseball.
no.
All right, so we got a little good things planned in 2015. We'll probably do a state of the channel update, a separate video of everything we got planned. So we'll do something like that. But irregardless, that's the end of our show. Lord of behold, we're done. And we appreciate everybody for watching. Yeah, please comment your most influential thing for 2014 that impacted you the most. And don't worry about the physics of Star Wars. Don't listen to shut up. And all right, so thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm of course Stevie B,
Shadowlink.
Yeah, showtime.
Beth.
Trex.
Cast-tastic.
Peanut.
and we are all nerds of the apocalypse, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace.